Welcome to the game. My name's Cookie, and this is the best day of my life. 5 players. You guys, it's like party of 5. I call dibs on Neb Campbell's part. Let's do this. This is round 1, and that means you get 500 points for everyone you fool with your made-up answer. And you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. All right, pick a category. Okay, here's your first question. In autumn 2013, a company that owns parking lots in England temporarily allowed drivers to pay for parking not with money, but with blank. Now use your device to type a lie that might fool the other players into believing it. If you get stuck, for half the points you can use the Lie For Me button and get a suggestion. Do it now! Okay, here are your choices. Find the truth and enter it on your device. Let's see what everybody selected. Nice lie. Well, you guys blew it. And the rest of the board goes unselected. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. You are experiencing the Mariko Aoki phenomenon when you have the urge to poop while blank. Type in your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth? Okay, let's take a look. And you're experiencing the young Cookie Masterson phenomenon when you actually do it in the reference section. And that means this lie didn't get picked. Select a category. Okay, here's the question. Gloucestershire, England is home to the Cotswold Olympics, the highlight of which is the traditional blank kicking competition. Enter your lies now. Okay, here are your choices. All right, who picked what? You fooled every sucker in the room. Congrats. Well, don't you feel foolish? And that's it. Nobody else's lies got picked. This is round 2, which means all point values are doubled. Exciting! Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. A Brazilian environmental group launched a campaign in 2009 to save the rainforest by urging people to pee in blank. Type in your lies now. All right, where's the truth? Okay, what did everyone pick? They believe saving the Earth should be a #1 priority. And nobody fell for some of these ingenious lies. All right, pick a category. Okay, here's the question. In 1990, before Everybody Loves Raymond, actor Peter Boyle starred in a failed TV pilot called Blank, about a cop who turns into a talking bulldog. Enter your lies now. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. All right, let's see what everybody picked. And we're done. Select a category. Okay, here's the question. Allgrim Acres is a 9-hole miniature golf course oddly located in an Illinois blank. Type in your lies now. Okay, here are your choices. All right, who picked what? It's hard to get your ball out of the cup, though. Those holes are 6 feet deep. And nobody fell for this one. Final fibbage. This is your final question, and it's worth triple. It's anybody's game. Here's your final fibbage question. The Michelin Man's strange official name. Enter your lies now. Hurry, hit the live. Okay, which one's the truth? Let's see what everybody selected. And look what we have here. But now it's hard to see him as anything but a bibendum. And we're done. Welcome to the game. I'm your host, Cookie, and I promise to pay attention this time. Well, this looks like a fun group, but I've been wrong before. Let's do this. This is round one. You'll get 500 points for everyone you fool, and you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's your first question. The mountain logo on a package of Toblerone chocolate contains a hidden image of a blank. Type in your lies now. Hurry up, use this. All right, where's the truth? Okay, what did everyone pick? And that means... select a category. Okay, here's the question. It's time for a road trip. When in the North Shore Mountains near Vancouver, British Columbia, be sure to climb the unusually named peak called Blank Mountain. Enter your lies now. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. Okay, let's take a look. Well, you guys blew it. And I agree. I mean, it's just messing up a perfectly good flat area. And look at what we have left. One single, lonely, pitiful lie. All right, pick a category. Okay, here's the question. A Swedish man who works as a dishwasher receives disability benefits due to his unusual addiction to blank. Type in your lies now. Okay, here are your choices. All right, who picked what? And it was also... That was weird. Well, don't you feel foolish? And nobody fell for this one. Now it's round two, where all point values are doubled. Let's do it. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. George Frankel is the CEO of a Georgia-based company that will turn your dead relative's ashes into blank. Enter your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth? All right, let's see what everybody picked. It's part one of the 5 stages of reef. And that means this lie didn't get picked. Select a category. Okay, here's the question. A man in Milford, Iowa got fired from his job after he used a blank to dislodge his Twix bar from the office vending machine. Type in your lies now. Hurry up! Use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. Let's see what everybody selected. And nobody picked the other lies up there. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. Evergreen Cemetery includes an odd statue of Jesus wearing blank. Enter your lies now. Okay, here are your choices. Okay, what did everyone pick? Evergreen Cemetery is, of course, in Texas. And that means some of these didn't get picked. It's time for the final fibbage. Just one final question, and it's worth triple. Good luck. Okay, here is your final fibbage question. Wilma Flintstone's maiden name. Type in your lies now. Hurry up! Use a suggestion if you can't think of anything. All right, where's the truth? All right, let's see what everybody picked. Yeah, she was only 30,000 years away from being progressive enough to hyphenate her name to Wilma Slaghoople Flintstone. And that means
Startup game has been activated. Okay, we're set.
Has anyone seen Nate Shapiro? He hasn't come into the office in like 15 years.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and if you don't believe in mermaids, then what is this right here? Huh? Uh-oh, I'm outnumbered. Everybody's got their screws. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button, and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by
the 24-hour Wicker Store, because there's no telling when you'll need a wicker fix.
Try to choose the wrong answer, brought to you by our sponsor, to get prizes and cash. So let's get to it.
Get ready, time for question one.
First question, let's talk about sext. Which of these sext messages would a sexting sexton be most likely to send to his significant other? This church graveyard is making me so horny right now. I'm wearing my construction hat and nothing else. My penis is starting to look like a skyscraper I once designed. Or, get ready, I'm sending you a pic of my junk yard. Not much time left. Players 1 and 3.
Uh-oh.
Players 2 and 4. How do you say, no? I so wanted you to pick this one. A sexton is a church official responsible for maintaining the church property and performing related duties, such as digging graves. Yeah, and I bet he likes to do it in the rectory.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
Open wide for... Sure, the Vice Lords are dangerous, but can they dance? And you just wandered into dis or dat territory. Player 1, you're on the bottom, so I'm gonna let you play this dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a gang listed on the FBI's National Gang Threat Assessment, or a boy band. If it's a gang, press the square button. If it's a boy band, press the circle button. Now the rest of you listen up. Lock in your answers before player 1, because if player 1 gets it wrong, everyone who got it right will split the cash. Alrighty then, here it comes. Backstreet Boys, 10 Mile Boys, D-Boys, Pop It Off Boys, Boyzone, Hot Boys, Star Boys. Not bad, not good enough to be a member of Pop It Off Boys, but not bad. I'm sick of boy bands getting all the attention over girl groups. I mean, what's NSYNC got that One Direction doesn't? Those girls are talented and attractive.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
And now, just trolling. Why were the 3 billy goats gruff so gruff? It's not easy being a baby goat. It's not easy being a lady goat. It's not easy being a boy goat. Or it's not easy being a castrated goat. Player 2, clock's a ticking. Player 1, check please. Players 3 and 4. Nuts. That's wrong. Want to see the right answer? A billy goat is a male goat. It's not easy, especially since goats don't wear pants and everyone can see your billy goat stuff. Here's one for you. Over easy in 60 seconds. So recently, I've switched over to only eating cage-free eggs. I was just feeling so guilty about eating eggs from an animal that wasn't allowed the simple luxury of moving around a few inches.
We're set. Okay, we are on.
I'm sorry, but these wrong answer of the game sponsors, these can't be real, yes? They're absurd. Look, if the price tag is high enough, I'll say whatever the hell you want, but I mean, come on.
Do you think you can cover just the last half of my shift for me?
Yeah, like 4 hours?
Yeah, that'd be great. All you have to do is just check IDs when people come in, and if anyone's rowdy, just cuff them and put them in our holding cell.
Oh, okay. I'm like 105 pounds and I'm 5'2".
Yeah, that's great. Here's some handcuffs. Here's some mace. Well, it's a mace bottle. I've used most of it for, spraying on food, so it's empty, but people do still react to it when you pull it out.
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and if you don't believe in mermaids, then what is this right here? Huh? Remember, it's not fair for two of you to gang up on the other player. Or at least, don't be obvious about it. There are your screws to get you started. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
The 24-hour Wicker Store. Because there's no telling when you'll need a wicker fix.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. And we're off.
Get ready, time for question 1.
Let's start with, let's talk about sext. Which of these sext messages would a sexting sexton be most likely to send to his significant other? This church graveyard is making me so horny right now. Players 1, 2, and 3. A sexton is a church official responsible for maintaining the church property and performing related duties, such as digging graves. Yeah, and I bet he likes to do it in the rectory.
Oh, mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Tell you so.
Next up, sure the Vice Lords are dangerous, but can they dance? And you just wandered into dis or dat territory. Player 2, your score is the lowest, so why don't you play this dis or dat? I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a gang listed on the FBI's National Gang Threat Assessment, or a boy band. If it's a gang, press the square button. If it's a boy band, press the circle button. Now, the rest of you need to hear this. Make your selections before player 2, because if player 2 gets it wrong, everyone who got it right will split the winnings. Okay, let's move. Backstreet Boys. 10 Mile Boys. D-Boys. Pop It Off Boys. Boyzone. Hot Boys. Star Boys. You did pretty badly there. I'm sick of boy bands getting all the attention over girl groups. I mean, what's NSYNC got that One Direction doesn't? Those girls are talented and attractive.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
How about just trolling? Why were the three billy goats gruff so gruff? It's not easy being a baby goat. It's not easy being a... Players 1, 2, and 3. A billy goat is a male goat. It's not easy, especially since goats don't wear pants and everyone can see your billy goat stuff. I call this one over easy in 60 seconds. So recently, I've switched over to only eating cage-free eggs. I was just feeling so guilty about eating eggs from an animal that wasn't allowed the simple luxury of moving around a few inches in a hot, crowded barn all day. In fact, I've been thinking I should extend my cage-free policy to other things in my life, like movies. So tell me, if I only wanted to consume Nicolas Cage-free movies, what film would it be okay for me to watch? Adaptation, Kick-Ass, The Expendables 2, or The Wicker Man? Player 2? Really? This would've worked. Nick Cage was an adaptation, Kick-Ass, and The Wicker Man, but The Expendables 2 is Nicolas Cage-free, making it fine for me to watch. I know going Nicolas Cage-free is the moral thing to do, but I'm gonna have to find some way to supplement my life with all the random screaming I'm missing. Players 1 and 3? No, not The Wicker Man! But you can be a wicker man or lady with a pair of wicker socks from the 24-hour wicker store. A tisket, a tasket, your feet will feel like they're in a basket. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a tidy $4,000. There you go. Here we have Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Seen on the cover of the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus. Player 2. Players 1 and 3. That answer has a hole in it. Let me show you something. While many celebrities and world leaders grace the cover of the iconic album cover, Einstein can barely be seen over John's right shoulder. Although, to be fair, if you squint, Ringo sort of looks like a kangaroo. We've finished round 1, and player 1 is ahead. But don't go spending that money just yet. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. And remember, you got those screws sitting there. You want to win, don't you? Here's one I like to call Buzzkill Feed. What would be included in a BuzzFeed article, 12 people who are totally named Buzz? A gif of the first person to walk on the moon, a gif of the second person to walk on the moon, a gif of the third person... Player 3, where's that screw going? Player 1, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds to pick an answer. Buzz Aldrin was the second person to walk on the moon after Neil Armstrong. You also might find him in the BuzzFeed article, 15 people who wanted to murder Neil Armstrong. Sorry, Player 3, the screw had other plans.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Pucker up for When You Wish Upon a Dead Shriveled Hand. Suppose instead of wishing on a star, Geppetto made a wish using the monkey's paw from the famous short story. What might happen to Pinocchio? He'd come to life for 24 hours, then revert back to a puppet. He'd come to life, then Geppetto would get 6 more wishes. He'd come to life, but there would be terrible consequences, or he would not come to life at all. Player 1. Huh? Players 2 and 3. In the short story The Monkey's Paw, a couple is given a magical monkey's paw that grants wishes, but every wish comes at a terrible price. That's why I never a monkey. It's to dress up in a tuxedo, play the cymbals, and eat bugs out of my hair. That's it.
Follow me down to the sea.
Here's a good one. Let's get ready to crumble.
Cookie fortune, cookie master set.
Okay, for this next question. Oh, great, the lights went out. We could be here for a while. Luckily, I always keep a flashlight, bottled water, and a giant bag of fortune cookies. Okay, let's see what she says. It's better to have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. Yeah, obviously. But for which of these characters is this advice too late? A Clockwork Orange's Alex, The Catcher in the Rye's Holden, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest's McMurphy, or A Streetcar Named Desire's Blanche? Players 2 and 3. At the end of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, McMurphy is lobotomized before being mercifully suffocated by the chief. Spoiler alert for a 1975 movie.
Okay, Cookie, the power is back on. Cookie? Cookie, I'm right behind you, Bob. Cookie, don't try to suffocate me with a pillow again. You're lost.
Player 1. What were you thinking there? Take a good look at Wile E. Conspiracy. Suppose Wile E. Coyote is chasing Roadrunner around the Texas School Book Depository building. If he falls out the window from where Lee Harvey Oswald allegedly shot John F. Kennedy, what will you hear? 3 floors worth of a falling sound, then a thunk. 4 floors worth of a falling sound, then a crash. 5 floors worth of a falling sound, then a thud. Or 6 floors worth of a falling sound, then a kerplunk. Player 2, watch the time. Player 3. Player 1. Player 2. The totally accurate and untainted Warren Report claimed that Lee Harvey Oswald shot Kennedy from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository building. Of course, witnesses claim they saw a completely different coyote fall off the grassy knoll down the street, and the Warren Report still stands by the ridiculous single anvil theory. Take a stab at cinephile dysfunction. Let's say some old guy pops a Viagra and then sits down to watch an insanely long porno. According to the official Viagra website, at what point should he immediately call a doctor if he still has an erection? The 2-hour mark of Dong with the Wind, the 4-hour mark of Dr. Javag-O, the 6-hour mark of Player 3? Can't do anything right, can you? Player 1. Player 2. The official Viagra website states that if you have an erection that lasts over 4 hours, you should call a doctor immediately. Hey, it's clear that the old guy from the question isn't me, right? It's some other person. Yeah, just totally not me. And that's why it's funny, because it's a completely different person who doesn't resemble me at all. That's good. That's good writing. Welcome to the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the... I'm sorry, was I talking too much? Fine, here's your clue. Oh, hey, did I ever mention I killed my own brother? Sometimes brothers just don't get along. Good luck. 2 has it! Player 2, you came out way ahead in that game. Player 1, Player 3, you both need to pull your head out. That way you'll be able to fully appreciate it when I say, you don't